All you need is a good pot of tea. This is going to smooth you out, see? Because you got up angry this morning. You don't know why. You don't have any peace of mind. What am I going to do? Because I'm mad. What you mad at? I don't know. I just got up this morning mad. Well, weren't you the one that got up mad? I mean, went to bed mad last night? You were mad about something? Yeah, I was mad last night too. Yeah. Fix you a glass of good stout tea and calm down. Look at that. Pretty cool. So everybody running low on peace of mind these days. What they ought to do is calm down and just fix them a big pot of good stout tea. No sugar. Spring water, no chlorine. I want water and tea, not water and chlorine and tea. So I'm old school. So we get spring water, no chlorine added. You said you had any ill effects from that? No. So you pour that over in here. So you say, whatever happened to peace of mind? A good glass of strong tea won't hurt, for sure. Blessed are you when men hate you. You're like, what? Now you hate them back when they hate you? They hate you, Phil. Do you hate them? I said, I don't hate them. You're like, why? Because I'd be guilty of the same thing they're guilty of. If they hate me, everybody, yeah, they hate you, so you come right back at them. Yeah, that's a strong individual there. They take a cursing and then they start cursing back. You're not blessed if you do that. You're returning evil for evil. So you're blessed if they hate you. And you say, how do you feel about me now since I hate you? I said, I still love you. I don't hold that against you. What else you got to say? And if they just keep it up. When they exclude you, but I know this, I'm blessed when people hate me and I don't retaliate. When they exclude me and I don't retaliate. When they reject your name, when they insult you, when they insult. See, Phil, you ever had any insults because you're a Bible-believing, God-fearing man with peace of mind and the tea's brewing and you're happy, you are content? They don't bother me. Watch. Rejoice in that day. When it comes, be happy and leap for joy, because great is your reward in heaven. I'm fixing a pot of tea. You say, if any vitriol comes to you today, and it's very possible, you mess with the internet and the hatred comes. I've never turned it on yet, but they say we're on it. You say vitriol and hatred? Sure. Exclusion? Sure. Insults? Many. They say you're an evil man because you love God and love your neighbor no matter what they do or say. That's what they're saying. But here I am fixing to drink a pot of tea. Happy, happy, happy. You're like, he's going to be a hard one to get riled up. I know what it is to be in need. I started down here 30 years ago. We're catching fish and selling them. We're eating a lot of fish. You're like, you with what people say are poor. That's what they would say, but actually, we were content. We didn't have a whole lot, but we were content. You say, you feared the same God? You listened to the same Jesus? Yeah. So I've been there in need. I know what it is to have plenty. Here I am now. You went from a poor man to a rich man. You're like, what's the difference, Phil? Very little. The money can't remove my sin. The money can't instill in me leaping for joy when I'm hated, insulted, excluded, and called evil. You say, money's not going to solve that. Not hardly. And you say, well, everybody knows who you are. Now they hate you more. Whatever fame I've gotten, it can't help me with the grave. I have one shot. Jesus of Galilee, he died to remove my sin. Blood, God's blood. And there's a resurrection of the dead. So, the point is, what if you're not content and you've not learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want? You say, what happens to individuals when they don't know this and they don't have this? Why don't you just calm down and be content? Come to Jesus. He'll give that to you. He is your peace. Took away the law that where you had to be perfect. Took it away. What people do is when they don't come to Jesus and they wake up angry and they go to bed angry. So they try to spin their way out of it. If they get money, they'll start making money and they'll just pursue it. And they'll say, money will make me happy and money will make me content. How many rich guys and rich gals are you going to have to watch and see them self-destruct to let you know that money is not going to solve your contentment problem. Money's not going to give you peace. You just want more and more and more, and you spend, you're trying to just fill that void up with no contentment, with money, with sex, with drugs, and we deal with them every day. They're trying to fill the void up, that something out here will give me peace, and they're looking in the wrong places. Be content, be loving, be joyful, no matter what happens. Be at peace with yourself, with your God, and with others. Be at peace. Be good, gentle, kind, gentle, faithful. Look at what you've got, eternal life. And exercise self-control. I know it's a word that everybody, self-control. See, with the money and the drugs and all the alcohol, you say no self-control. It's out of control. And you're looking, trying to fill that void, never realize it. God's Spirit in you will change your life. That's your lesson for today. Take it or leave it. Now we're going to cut this a little. We're going to cut it, because that'd be strong. Watch this. You say, now what about the ice? You can't get the ice out of here either. You're bringing the chlorine with it. See what I'm saying? Now watch. How do you get ice out of an ice tray? You peel that. You hold your hand right here, fingers. Watch this. Look, you're watching and you're saying, that dude poured that ice out of that ice tray. Not a one came out. They all went into that jar. But he had him a trick. He had a kind of a method. He held his hand over all that. And he took 3 or 4 at a time and he moved his hand back. All your ice is in there. Bingo. There you go. I'm content and happy. Good to be alive on planet Earth.